Connor Plays Magic. I am going to be testing out this Pauper Delver Mono Blue Terror Pauper build. I'm fairly new to MTGO, so wanted to just test out the client, get comfortable with the whole setup with a bit of a budget build to see how everything goes with MTGO before starting to put a bit more money into the client. So in order to do a free starter deck, I basically started an account, got the starter initial Pauper Delver list, and made a couple edits. So some of the loan provider companies like Cardhoarder offer a free rental service. So I utilize that to get 5 ticks of credit and upgrade a bit of what you see here in this initial build to this slightly upgraded version of the Blue Terror. So we have the Demon Furiers thrown in here, Brainstorms, Ponders, some things like Sleep of the Dead in the side, things like that. You'll notice a couple things missing from the stock build with the Mental Journeys here instead of Lorien revealed, and some Considers, a few other things as well. But basically, this is pretty close to the basic build of the deck. So we're going to hop into a couple tournament practice games, just get familiar with the client, familiar with the deck, and play it a little bit like a league before starting to do some actual league games and mess around. So let's hop into the games. Okay, this looks good. I think we're going to keep this hand. And let's see how this goes. I like triple Delver. I think that's a strong start here. So we'll just go Delver into Delver Delver. Hopefully they'll flip. Okay. See what they do. So starting with a Trustforge Bridge, probably some kind of affinity list. I've messed around with that. Yep, looks like it. Epicure. It's gonna make the blood token. Okay, interesting. No, we're not going to reveal that. Land. Go. Just going to go second main. Play out these Delvers. Okay. Pass the turn. See if we can get all of these to flip. We're going to consider. I guess the consider doesn't really do anything, right? Because if I draw the card anyway, I'm not leaving anything on top. So we're just going to go to our upkeep and blind flip. Actually, no. I'm going to consider only because I could draw into Brainstorm, in which case I can put the Demon Furier on top and flip these. So, additional cost to cast the spell. Discard a card, draw 2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's fine. Okay, yeah, so we're putting that stop on the upkeep for the consider. We'll see how that goes. This, I don't think we're going to block. We're just going to let that go through. That's fine. Fog, glad they're using that now. Well, I don't have anything, so that's fine. Totally fine with that. Let's go to upkeep. Okay, we got that, so let's consider. That we're going to put into the graveyard. Then we draw. Okay, then these are going to happen. Let's see what happens here. Island. No, we don't want to reveal that. Okay. No, we don't want to reveal island. Okay. And no, we don't want to reveal island. So, didn't flip, but that's fine. We'll go grab the island. Draw 2, so this costs 2 less. The owner of target non-land. Do I want to do that? Do I want to get rid of one of their creatures, or do I just want to keep pressure going? I think we're gonna go like this, and just go to attacks. Attack with all. I'm just going to attack here. I'm going to cycle this mental journey and hopefully we can flip on the next turn. I think that's the play. It's probably wrong, but, you know, we're doing it for science. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see what this guy's going to do here. Got the Vault of Whispers, okay. Okay, got a Faithless Looting going. Yep, that's fine. I'm thinking this might be a little too aggro for us to handle is what I'm concerned about, but I don't know. At the same time, we have 3 Delvers. If they flip, we're in a good spot. It's just I'm concerned if they don't. See what happens here with the Fiery Temper. Yep. Gonna deal 3 damage to any target. Not even concerned about the Delvers, just going face. Okay. I mean, they might have enough to be able to do something straight to me now. Discarding Alms of the Vein. What's the deal with that? Okay, Alms of the Vein. Yeah, that's another 3. Then I'm going to be taking 3 from these guys. Jeez, yeah, already down to 6. This is crazy. So I think I was a little too ambitious trying to go in. So that's definitely on me. We're going to basic land cycle this. Grab an island. And now we kind of have to flip because we need to block this sneaky snacker. Get rid of the upkeep stop. This is just going to happen. We'll see what happens here with the Delvers. Talarian Terror, you've got to be kidding me. This is awful. Yep. Okay, no, okay, no. Okay, do I want to even attack? I'll definitely taking 2. Let me see here. So if I have 4 islands, 4, these both cost 7, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have enough to play either the Cryptic Serpent or the Terror. So I think what I'm going to do is just cast a Demon Inferior at sorcery speed to bounce the Sneaky Snacker, and then leave one Delver back to block the Epicure. So we'll attack with 2. Again, might just be getting a little ahead of myself here. Because if they have like removal for Delver, they get in for the extra point. I don't know how they would be able to do, just 5 where the 1 exactly is the difference maker, but we'll see. See what happens here. Next turn we're able to throw down one of these. So that should hopefully be helpful, and fingers crossed we finally get a Delver to flip. Oh, wow, yeah, that's 4 direct to face. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Do they have the final burn spell? They got 3 in hand. Probably do. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll concede. Let's go to sideboarding. Okay, so what do we want to bring in here? I mean, they have a lot of just burn spells to face, so I could consider the dispels for that. Sleep of the Dead is not bad. We'll probably bring in. Oh, come on. Bring in those. And I can consider the dispels. The dispels are probably a strict upgrade to the spell pierces in this case, so we'll definitely do that at a minimum. Bring in 3 of these. Do I want to be counterspelling the creatures? Like, they have 1-drops. I mean, I am on the play. Probably swap 1 counterspell for 1 dispel. Might be wrong. And the Demon Inferiors, I think, are just going to be a little slow here compared to the Sleep of the Dead. So we'll bring in those. And then Tormod's Crypt. I mean, they had a lot of graveyard stuff. They had, I'm trying to remember, the Sneaky Snacker and the Faithless Looting. I have seen like strange like Dredge, Lotless Giant style decks like this before, so I can consider the Tormod's Crypt. I think I don't want to dilute the deck too much, especially when I'm on the play here. So I'm going to keep this for now, and then we'll see as we see a little bit more of their deck, get a better understanding if we want to bring these in for maybe game 3. Submit. Yes, I'd like to go first. Okay, what do we have here? We've got Island, Ponder, Consider, Thought Scour, Sleep of the Dead, Counterspell, Mental Journey. This really isn't great. We have 3 cantrips to get us into a second land, and then Mental Journey that we can hold up with Counterspell up to get us into 3rd land. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. I think I'm going to keep this and just ponder turn 1. So let's see how that goes. Again, just kind of doing this for science. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so plain island. Let's try ponder. See what we see here. Okay, well, we found the Delver, so that's nice. And found the Terror. So we're going to put the Thought Scour on the bottom. then probably Terror, and then Delver? No. Okay. And then we'll pass it on over. Really need to find a second land here, so what I'm going to do is probably Thought Scour looking for a land. And then hopefully be able to Delver after that. As opposed to, I don't know, it's set up so that Delver's going to flip, so maybe I just miss a land drop to guarantee flip Delver. I could see it. I don't love it, but I could see it. Yeah, why not? We'll try it. Okay. Commit to this. If they have a burn spell, it's kind of a blowout here, but I'd rather a burn spell hit a Delver than hit face, especially if I have Terror in the late game. Let's see what they want to do here. Okay, just draining me. That's fine. Fine with that. Okay, we're going to let the Thought Scour show up, so that's fine. Yes, we're going to reveal that. And then we're just going to play... Oh, we'll go to combat first. Yeah, we'll go to combat first. Just attack. Get in there for 3. Second main, I'm going to consider, because that offers a little more card selection, to try and find this island. We can Thought Scour after that. That goes to graveyard. Found the island. Brilliant. And then this is instant speed, so we can just pass on through. And we'll Thought Scour in their end step. Make them think we have a Dispel or something. See if they're gonna finally do something to board. Okay, well, that's why we waited on the Thought Scour as well. Bogging, clearing us out, that's fine. Okay. Yep, Arms of the Vein. All to be expected. And they're probably gonna Madness this. Yep. Drain. Draw a card. Okay, they got a full grip. But they're tapped out for the turn, so. Let's see here, I thought Scour myself. Okay, go to my turn. I go Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still not enough for the Terror yet. Let's just go to combat. Swing. Okay. Second main. We're just gonna pass. Got Counterspell and Thought Scour. I can always Mental Journey if they don't play anything. See what they want to do here. We can interact as makes sense. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh shit, I passed through that way too quickly. Let's counter the grab the prize. Should have countered the kitchen imp, but that's fine. Swinging in, they are swinging in. Okay. On their end step, once I get priority, I'm gonna Thought Scour. Okay. Go to my turn. Play a land. Let's go. We're gonna Sleep of the Dead. Kitchen imp. Make sure that doesn't come back. Terror's definitely just the one now. And we'll go to combat. Second main. I don't really want to flash that back. I'm going to just throw out another Delver. See if I can just race this. And we'll pass from there. See what they want to do. Okay. Doing all this madness stuff. They got Fiery Temper, that's fine. But I'm still on 9 life. They're playing out black lands. I mean, they do have stuff like Homes of the Vein, Vampire's Kiss, but I don't think they're doing 9. Brainstorm. Yes, I'll reveal Brainstorm. That all flips. And what is this? 6, 5. Or I could hit for 8. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm first. See what that does. Okay, they're drawing a card. Looks like they're thinking about something. Okay, now we got our cards here. This kind of sucks. Definitely don't want all these mental journeys, so let's throw these back. Probably gonna sleep with the dead. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to play Island, Sleep with the Dead. And then I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep for next turn so that I can mental journey in the upkeep, get rid of the Sleep of the Deads that are on top. So let's put an island into play. We're going to go to combat. And I think I'm just going to crash in with these for now. And then let's... Do I even want to Sleep with the Dead? Because I could just throw a Cryptic Serpent into play, have just unbelievable lethal on board, and even if they get rid of the Insectile Aberration and swing in for 2, I mean, that's still a card's worth anyway. They have 4, they have 4 in hand. Yeah, I think that's safer for... I think that might be better for me. We'll see how this goes, but I think I'm just going to put this into play and pass through. We'll see. I mean, they might have enough burn to just get me right here, but I think it's probably pretty unlikely, but who knows? That's 8 right there. Okay, combat. See what they want to do. Yep, they're coming in with that. I think that's fine. I will... I'll block that. That's fine. Happy to trade there. End step, we're in a mental journey. Land cycle, grab an island. Go to my turn, don't need the upkeep stop anymore. Okay. I think I should have it here if I just Sleep with the Dead them. Let's get rid of a Delver, Mental Journey, and a Terror. Yep, done. See what they say about that. Yep, okay. Let's start the sideboarding. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's quite as much graveyard stuff, so I don't think we need the Tormod's Crypts. I think I had the right read. I like this setup. I think we just run it back. I'm just trying to think. Should I have one more Demon Furier out for Counterspell? Just feel like a lot of their stuff is just like direct burn as opposed to they're like small creatures. Like, do I really want to be? I know it's good with Brainstorm, but if it's just a natural turn, do I want to be tapping 3 just to bounce a creature that's attacking for like 1 or 2? I think the Counterspell's probably better. And do I want Demon Furier at all then, actually? That's a good question. Because I have the Sleep of the Deads. Do I want like a Spell Pierce? Probably don't want Spell Pierce. We'll keep 1 in. I think this is fine. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Got a Delver, Brainstorms, everything. Yeah, we're gonna put a stop on our upkeep. We'll Delver and then Brainstorm on our next turn to make sure that it flips. This all looks good. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Don't need a stop there. I do need Delver. Okay. Okay, let's see what they're thinking about here. Okay, that's fine. Epicure, 1 damage. We're gonna have our Delver flipping, so we're happy to race that. Okay, we go to our upkeep, Delver on the stack, we're gonna Brainstorm. And we're gonna put back the Considers, I think. Yeah, let's put back both Considers. Okay. Yes, I want to reveal Consider. Throw an island. Oh. Go to main, draw the Consider. Put island into play. And let's go. Okay. And then we'll have Dispel up for their turn, and we can consider if there's nothing that we want to Dispel. this consider. I'll probably bin the other consider and try and find more action here. Okay, they're gonna crash in, that's fine. Oh shit, I missed click through. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the considers. Actually just gonna ponder now. Try and find a land. Go. Let's go consider Thought Scour Island. No. Grab the land, play the land. And then let's go to combat. Swing in with the Delver once they're ready to me do my thing. And then just pass it through. Okay, this time we're not going to click through, so hopefully that should be a bit better. But you know, this is why we're playing, why we're learning. Just trying to get used to the client, trying to get used to the deck. I mean, they're stuck on land, so I think we're in a pretty commanding spot here. Yeah, they're gonna Faithless Looting. It's not an instant, so I can't dispel. We're gonna let that happen. Sneaky Snacker's gonna come back, that's fine. I don't mind that. Oh shit, they still didn't find a land, they just gave it to us. Okay. Well, we got that. Okay, we are on the play with Mono Blue Terror. I like this hand. I think we keep it. Probably Thought Scour turn 1 into Counterspell turn 2. Hopefully we start getting to Terror pretty quickly. Okay. Let's throw out an island and pass through. See what they're on. Okay, Windsguard Crag. Gaining a life, that's fine. End step, we're gonna Thought Scour ourselves. Okay. We're gonna go island and leave up Counterspell, I think, here. Yeah, we're gonna leave up Counterspell. Let's pass through here. Okay. Squadron Hawk, interesting. I know this seems bad, but I think I'm gonna actually counter the Squadron Hawk. Just so we can use our mana and so they don't find the other ones immediately. So I think that's good. We're gonna play island. How much do these cost? Cost 3. Let's drop a terror. And pass it through. See what they want to do about that. I said 2, they cost 3, but... Okay, Faithless Looting, that's fine. Drop some land. Inspector. Yeah. Okay. We'll go islands. And... kind of want to get aggressive. I'm wondering if I just like brainstorm Demon Inferior to bounce and then crash in, but then I'll have enough to play the Terror, but not enough to keep up Counterspell. I really want to keep up the Counterspell. So I have, what, 4? This would be 5. This would cost me 2. I can't play the Terror and keep up Counterspell anyway. So I think I'm going to brainstorm, actually, right now. See what they want to do about this. Okay. And then that'll let me put the Cryptic Serpent and then the Terror, so I get the Terror next turn. Let me put those on top so I have access to all of this. Have I played my land for turn? I have. Let's play a Demon Inferior. Bounce that. And then we can slam the other turn next turn. And then this will let me get straight through with Terror here. Might be a little aggressive, but we just want to close the game out, so let's see what we can do here. Okay. Head down to 16. We'll pass through. See what they want to do. Yep, they draw a card, that's fine. Just playing it again. I'm gonna counter actually. Again, I know it's aggressive, but we know we have terrors coming off the top. We have a Demon Fury for anything else that they play to the board here, so I think we might be in a fine spot. So we're gonna play this island, play this terror. Only costs 1 now, which is great. If I had thought ahead, I probably could have put the other Demon Fury on top and had access to the Serpent now, so I could play them both out, but I didn't know if they were going to commit more to the board because they have mana here that they could have used. So we'll see. This looks good. Again, if I had thought it through, I could have even put the Terror on the bottom as opposed to the Cryptic Serpent, so I could have played that out so we would have had actual lethal on board. I was just thinking about the Ward 2 with everything they have going on, but I think we might have been in a better spot had I played this a little bit differently. We could have been presenting lethal, but this is all fine. We're still probably in a pretty commanding position here, even if they get another turn or two. See what they want to do with this Faithless Looting. Rally the Peasants. So flashback anthem, okay. They're playing out the Inspector, that's fine. We have Demon Fear to bounce that out of the way. I might not even need to do that, because it's not like we have lethal right now anyway, but let's see if they commit anything else. No, they don't. 2 cards in hand. Okay, so question is, if I hit them to, if I just swing in, they block 1 of the terrors. They get hit for 5, drop to 6. Then I play the Cryptic Serpent. They're dead to Cryptic Serpent, but if they can produce 2 blockers, they can block the Cryptic Serpent and one of the terrors, and they're fine. Because they would go to 1 if they only get hit with another terror next turn. Or, well, I have the Demon Fear anyway, right? Like, the question is, do I use it now or do I wait? I think I probably want to just attack in. Because, I mean, they're getting another turn anyway. I can use this and just let me play with full information as opposed to giving them full information. So I think I just move forward to combat. We'll see how this goes. We're going to attack with everything. They're going to block one of these, I would assume. Let them do their blocks. No, they're going to 1. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but we're going to leave the Demon Furier in hand because I think they might think, oh, they can just present enough blockers and everything will be fine, but we'll see. This is an interesting play. It's been a minute since I've played Pauper, so I'm not sure if there's some kind of like sweeper or something that they're hoping to use here. Like I know they're like pyroclasm-esque effects, but I don't know what would deal with my 5 toughness creatures, or if they're just doing some funky stuff because they're submitting that this game is pretty much over. Yeah, I think they're just saying game over. I've got Spell Pierce just in case. Let's just get into the red zone. Oh, Prismatic Strands, yep. Okay. Nope, that was a good one. Okay. Well, there is that. Okay, I'm gonna save the Demon Furier for my next turn. And then, actually, let's do this now, because they're gonna have to use a lot of mana to draw into this Thraben. No, they don't, because they crack the token now. They play it. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything to play the Demon Fury now. They draw. Yep. Prismatic Strands. Oof. Okay. Yeah, hopefully they tap enough that I can get them with the Spell Pierce here. Yep, they're gonna exile one of these guys. That's fine. I probably should have Spell Pierced that. Well, I really need to Spell Pierce prismatic strands. So that's the big thing here. Seeker of the Way. Okay. Oh, that's perfect, because then I can deem inferior. Yeah, I think this might actually end up working out for me, even though we played this a little funkily. Yeah, I really got to get a little tighter on my sequencing and planning through, but I think we might be fine here. Oh, they're getting aggressive coming in with the Thraven Inspector because they think it's all over. Oh, you don't even know, bud. You don't even know. Okay. I mean, who knows? I might not know. I might have something else. So let's give this a go. We're gonna bounce the Seeker of the Way because we don't want to have to deal with any of this lifelink. I could bounce the. No, we're gonna bounce that. And then this is their opportunity because they won't have another untapped white creature to do the prismatic strands, and then we can get them with the spell pierce because they only have the one. So let's see what they want to do here. Yep. Exactly what I thought. So I'm just going to hit them with the spell pierce now. And hopefully that gets them. Yeah, wow. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Okay, so that was interesting. Do I want the Tormod's Crypts just specifically for the flashback on the that spell there? I don't think so. I think we probably want to do like Dispels instead, Sleep of the Dead again. Again, I know that this Demon Inferior is in here for good reason, but especially against their deck where they're trying to like bounce stuff, I don't think that we're getting as good of value off of that. I think the Sleep of the Dead's come in. Countering artifacts or artifacts and enchantments. I know they have stuff like I'm trying to think. Well, they have the Journey to Nowhere, and they have probably like the what's that red artifact? I'm forgetting the name of. So we probably want the annuls. Dispels could be okay. Yeah, we probably want the annuls. I really don't care as much about their creatures, but I do care about the Journey to Nowhere, the Prismatic Strands, the various artifacts that they play. So we'll bring in those. Do I want more annul, more dispel? Do I want to split it up? Spell pierce seems good too. I don't have as many reps, so I don't really know here. I think Deep Analysis just seems way too late game. Let's get rid of that. Let's throw 2 more annuls in. And I'm just going to trim 1 counterspell and 1 spell pierce for the dispels. This might be wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like the spell pierce probably isn't as good in the later game. In that case, I might want to just cut the spell pierces. Yeah. I feel like counterspell is just like so generically good that we want to keep it, but I like having a lot of permission magic here against their nonsense stuff. Might be wrong, but we'll see. What do we got here? Thought Scour turn 1 into Counterspell, Mental Journey, filling up the grave for the terrors. I mean, this looks great. We'll keep this. Okay, planes into Thraben Inspector, as expected. That's fine. Okay. Island and pass through. We'll Thought Scour on there instead. Take my lumps. Game 1. Thought Scour myself. Okay. Okay, well, I definitely don't need any more lands, but I will Mental Journey if I have to. I'd prefer for them to, tap out and get them with a counter spell here, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. Okay. Gonna gain another life, that's fine. Just going to end step. Okay, well, that's fine with me as well. Still have things I can do with my mana. Please don't be another land. Okay, Sleep of the Dead. That's fine. What do we have? We have 3 instants and sorceries in Grave, which is not enough here, so we will leave this. Just pass through. Keep this to get through with the terrors in a couple turns. Leave up the counter spell for now. They're going to crack their clue as expected. Draw a card. Now they've got a big turn here. What do they want to do here? Going straight to combat. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's fine. I'm not blocking anything. Second main. What are they doing here? Okay. Another Windscarred Crag. Yep. Going straight to end step. Okay. Interesting. Don't know what that's about. Don't super love that, I'll be honest. Play an island. And now the question is, they're not playing anything, so it makes me think that they have interaction, like the Journey to Nowheres and things. So I don't really just want to play one of my guys directly into that. I'm wondering if I just play Sleep of the Dead just to start filling the grave a little bit more. So I have 4. Then on my next turn, I'll be able to play one with Counterspell up and just never drop Counterspell. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Although it might be just kind of like a let them burn themselves through it. I mean, I have so many, goddamn serpents and things that like I can get through it, but this might be wrong, but we're gonna try the Sleep of the Dead, I think. Are we? No, that's just such a bad turn. Let's do a terror, so even if they do want to interact, they have to at least get through the ward. Let's do that. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. It just means that I'm like dropping counterspell for so many turns in a row, right? Like if I'm not filling up my grave with more stuff. But I don't think I'm in a position where I really want to be waiting and playing around stuff. They're only drawing more cards and getting more advantage. Yeah, there you go. Pyroblast. Okay, that's fine. Pyro is what it is. Here, now they know my counterspell's down, so maybe they play more to the board, opening things up and letting me actually get something going. And this is where, as I mentioned, this being a budget build, yeah, there they go, 3 minutes factor. This being a budget build, we don't have access to the blue blast effects in the side. If we did, that would definitely be the first swap, would be swapping the spell pierces and or the counter spells for the blue blasts. But here this I don't know what we want to do here. I think I'll play another island. I think we consider. I'll put that in the grave to up our count here. That costs 2, and then I can keep up the counter spell. That sounds pretty good. But we can do even better, because what we can do is we can Sleep of the Dead the Seeker of the Way. Yeah, let's Sleep of the Dead the Seeker of the Way. Then we'll Terror. And we're keeping up the counter spell. I like that. I like that turn. Then even if they don't play anything, we can Thought Scour. We'll have Cryptic Serpent for next turn with more Sleep of the Dead now that we have more more serpents in play. We can finally start using our graveyard as the fodder for the what's it called? Not the flashback, the escape cost. Yep, Faithless Looting. Prowess trigger's fine here because they don't get the lifelink. Oh, they don't have access to it because they're tapped. See what they get rid of with this Faithless Looting. This might be an interesting spot where we want to check for the Prismatic Strands going directly to bin. What did they get rid of here? Battle Screech. Yep, flashback, tap 3, untapped white creatures. Yeah, more flashback stuff. I'm wondering if maybe Tormod's Crypt is actually the play. I think I might have been overzealous with all the artifact enchantment stuff. Yeah, like this annul. Oh, what is that even doing, you know? Missed the chance to Thought Scour, but that's fine. We will play an island. Battle Screech is a sorcery. Okay, let's go to combat. Send in the terror. See what they want to do about that. They're just taking it. Okay, second main. Let's... What do I want to do here? Definitely want to play this. So let's do that. And then we'll probably pass. Everything else we can play at instant speed. I don't really want to use the Sleep of the Dead on the Seeker again. If they can just... maybe I do. So good. Yeah, I really don't want to tap out a counterspell is the issue. So what's better here, Sleep of the Dead or counterspell? Because if I Sleep of the Dead, the Seeker again, they can't try and do some sort of a blowout with the lifelink. And they probably don't have access to Battle Screech, but if they try and Battle Screech, I can counterspell. But they still have the prowess. I just don't want to be messing with prowess right now. A prowess lifelink, like, that's just not what I want to be doing. So let's get rid of this terror, this island, and we'll get rid of a mental journey. That's fine. See what they say about that. Okay. And then we have access to Thought Scour just to fill the bin right back up again. So that's all fine and dandy. We have a null up as well if they go for something other than the Battle Screech now. Like a Journey to Nowhere, that'd be awesome. Cracking a clue, okay, that's fine. It's acceptable. Let's see what they're doing here. Another Seeker. Interesting. Well, we don't have anything we can do against that, so that's going to resolve. Which means they're probably going to end up flashing back this Battle Screech on a pose, so probably just want to untap here because I want to have them like playing around the spell pierce that they might think I have. So let's just go to my turn. I have plenty of mana anyway. Let's Thought Scour ourselves. See what happens here. Okay, another null. Let's go Sleep with the Dead again. Yeah, let's go Sleep with the Dead again. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get rid of Terror. And Counterspell. Brainstorm doesn't really matter here. crashing with both. See what they have to say about that. They drop to 7. We'll pass here. Now they have Spellseeker up, so they might think that this is their opportunity where they can battle Screech now that they're untapped, so they can play around the Spell Pierce that it looked like we have, but we have just full-on counterspell. They do have 6 cards in hand as well, so I mean, we're definitely not out of the woods. This is looking pretty bad, and we're down seriously on clock because I'm not as familiar with the Pauper metagame, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. Oh, they don't even care. Okay. There's nothing I'm doing against combat, so that's fine. Probably gonna cash in something here to get the prowess lifelink. Given everything, big mana here. This is definitely where I counterspell. So we're gonna do that. That's fine. They'll get some lifelink here, but it won't be a ton. If they have the blast, though, I'm kind of screwed. We'll see. I mean, they have 6 cards in hands, and they definitely brought in Pyros, so. Is that it? It's looking like it's probably it. Yeah. I don't know why they took so long, but they got me on that one. That really blows. Okay. Well, they just got me fully. Yep. And now I think I'm kind of screwed here. Let's see here. Okay. Oh shit, I just fucking passed through my combat. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay. I meant to attack there. That sucks. Because then I get them, I deal 11, they go to 2. I'm able to sleep with the dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede this game. We're just gonna go straight to game 3 because I only have 6 minutes on clock. I'm not losing that with that kind of a mess up anyway. I think I sideboarded wrong, and there's just a lot of things that went wrong there. So let's take out the annuls. I'm not digging these as much as just bringing in generic. Spell Pierce I think is good, and Dispel is probably better. Anything else that we want to adjust with the deck? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I just want to start playing a little cleaner and playing a little tighter and faster so we can try and get this game 3 out. Still just trying to get used to the whole, F6 and interface in terms of passing and everything else, so don't want to play too slowly, but also don't want to be passing through turns. But we'll get there. That's why we're practicing. Okay. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Let's see how this goes. Yes, I would like to play first. And we'll keep this. We're just going to go turn 1 Delver. Once they decide what they're doing. See what they want to do. Okay. Turn one Delver and pass. Okay, Mountain. Epicure? What is this? Red one drop. Just pyro the Delver while I'm tapped out. Faithless Looting. Oh, okay. Get some of the flashback spells straight into the bin. That's fine. We'll have 6 through this. We're going to have an interesting option on this turn. We'll see if this flips. Consider. Yes, we will reveal Consider. I was going to say it's going to be interesting if we want to ponder and then keep Dispel up, but I think because we got Delver to flip anyway, and now we have Consider we can use with mana that's up, I think we're just going to keep up the counter spell for opponent's turn, and we'll worry about Ponder some other time. Use the Consider and the Dispel maybe to try and find a land. See what happens here. Wait, no red. Is this a Seeker? Squadron Hawk. That we will counterspell. And then here, probably just gonna go to combat first. Then we'll basic land cycle the mental note. Play this, and then we have Dispel and Consider up. Nothing I can do against that, so that's gonna happen. It's fine. This is all fine. Shit. I pressed the wrong button. I should have considered there. Okay. This is still fine though. Let's ponder. See what we can do. Let's go. Island. Thought Scour. Island? No. Play the island. I've got 3 in bin. We'll just go to combat. Swing in. Pass. So now we have like Consider, grabs. We have some stuff we can do here. I was just saying, we have like Consider, grabs the Thought Scour, and then we do stuff from there. Let them attack. That's all fine. That we're gonna dispel. So let's dispel that. I'll get their lifelink, that's fine. we consider. Keep it on top. We'll thought scour ourselves. Probably should have ordered this differently so that way I could have gotten through the island, but it's all fine. Then we'll go to our turn. Go straight to combat, attack. See what they have to say about that. If I have to brainstorm looking for counterspell, that's fine. This I'm gonna spell pierce while the getting's good. Second main. Then we're gonna drop the serpents and pass through. And hopefully this is enough. F6 through this turn, and then hopefully we can brainstorm into something to get through the prismatic strands for next turn, or we'll see what happens. We've got 3 minutes to get through like 2 or 3 turns if everything goes well. That should be enough. They've got all the time in the world, so they're just gonna, yeah, probably keep that up for the prismatic strands. And then here I think is where we wanna go for it. So we'll attack with all once we get priority back. Let them do what they want to do. Then we have double brainstorm to try and find a counter spell if we need it. Mana. Is this a pyro and they're trying to decide what the target is? Okay. I'll respond to pyro with a brainstorm. See if we can't stop it. Honestly, I think that might be fine, and then we just play another Cryptic Serpent. Yeah, let's put back. Let's put back. Let's put back Brainstorm and Consider. Let them do their thing. This is all fine. Really don't have a ton of time for this, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, that was expected. That's fine. Can't do anything about that. They have something to kill the terror too. I might have screwed up by putting back the brainstorm because I was thinking I was going to ponder. Yeah, that's a total blowout. I'm just going to concede. Good game. That was my bad. Misplayed the clock, misplayed the game. Whatever. We learn. Go to the next one. Okay. On the play, game 3. Mono blue Delver. This is auto mulligan. We don't have any lands. One land, ponder. Yeah, ponder into more ponder and to try and find a land. It's not amazing. But I think we can make this work. I'm going to put back consider, I think, because the brainstorm demon inferior combo as removal is probably good. Let's keep this. We'll bottom consider. Done. Oh shoot, did I? Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see here. So let's ponder. See what we can do. We're just gonna do any order because we really need to find another land. Yes, we want to shuffle. Okay. That's fine. That's what it is. We'll find it. We got another ponder, so we will get that land. Uh-oh. Slippery Bogle. Okay, well this isn't going to do very much. Maybe. I think we might be a little slow on this one, but see what we can do. And what can we do? Delver. Delver's good. Is Delver better than second land drop? I don't think so. Let's see if we can ponder into second land drop and then Delver. Nice. Okay. I think we just do deep analysis island. No. Draw. Play island. Play Delver. Oh, I should have stacked that differently. No. That's okay. We'll upkeep Brainstorm to make sure that Delver flips, and then we can Demon Fury to get rid of whatever enchantment they have on their Slippery Bogle. So I think it'll still probably end up working out. Yeah, and we would definitely want to Brainstorm. I was thinking about Mental Journey, but we want to make sure that we have the island in hand, and we don't want to risk it. We want to just guarantee that we're doing what we need to there with flipping Delver. Okay, Candy Trail. That's all fine. Nothing we could do about it anyway. Okay, they're coming in with the bogle. It's fine. Nothing we can or want to do with that anyway. Brainstorm here. We'll put back. What do I want to get rid of? I kind of want to get rid of deep analysis and put a brainstorm on that, top of that, show them brainstorm. Okay. Yes, we'll reveal brainstorm. Turn, play island, go to combat, send in. Now they have the cartouche, but it's just not good enough that I want to bounce with Demon Fear after the brainstorm. So I think I'm just gonna mental journey on their end step. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Each other enchantment. Okay. That's not great, but it is what it is. Hopefully this Demon Fury bouncing that'll mess up their combat math at some point and I'll be able to turn the corner. This is all fine. Ooh. Don't want to pass through. We want to basic land cycle, the memory journey. Grab an island. Go to our turn. We don't need the upkeep stop anymore. We'll slam down an island and let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's brainstorm here. Interesting. Let's put a Demon Fear. Put Deep Analysis and then Demon Fear, and then I can consider that away. We'll go to combat first because we know we're gonna swing in. And then we're gonna Demon Farrier on the Ancestral Mask. Just as a bit of a tempo play here. See what they have to say about that. And then I think we can drop the Serpent for 2 if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep. So let's do that. We got Big Boy Serpent. And we'll pass through. Doing a little bit better on the clock this game. Let's see what they do here. Okay. Can't be blocked except by creatures flying. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, my turn. Demon Inferior. Let's consider that into the graveyard. Do we want a deep analysis here? I think that might be fine. Yeah, let's deep analysis. Draw 2 cards. Okay, we can play a land. We can play a Demon Inferior. The Ethereal Armor. Then we can go to combat. We can send in with the team. See what they have to say about that. Yep, that makes sense. And then we'll play another terror. And pass through. They're getting stuck on lands, which is good, but let's see what happens here. Sostrom Mask, okay. Nothing I can do about that. Wow, that's aggressive. I mean, I don't think they're winning on the staying back plan, so makes sense to me. Let's consider. Put that on top. We'll draw that. Let's go to combat. Send both of those in. We'll save Insect Aberration for the crackback with that. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Yeah, let's see. have to block here. Yep. Then we will thought scour ourselves. Okay. Should just cost 1, right? Yeah, let's do that. And pass the turn. I've got a 1/1 I can block that they could probably pump up. But I've got a lot of threats here. Yeah, that's probably what they need to do. Just draw a card. Ethereal armor, okay. And they probably need to stay back here. I mean, ethereal armor is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. What do we want here? A null is definitely coming in. Grab that. We definitely want. We can't target their creatures, so we don't want that. We probably don't want that. Yeah, it's probably just a null. And the Demon Furies really were strong there. Spell Pierce I think is going to be good. Counterspell I think is going to be good. I'm trying to think what is in for the annuls. I mean, they're probably just strict upgrades to the Spell Pierces, so we might just want to take those out. If we're keeping in the Demon Furies, I think the Deep Analysis to enable that is good. Consider is just kind of a whatever card, so we'll cut that. I think this is good. I just feel like we need the Spell Pierces to go against their creatures as well. It's just such good utility. But it might be a little too slow on the draw. I could see maybe cutting one of those for the annul instead and keeping in the consider, but I think this is fine. We'll see how this goes. I think we should be fine. That's really kind of messing with the edges of. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We probably keep this Delver on turn 1. Always good. We have Thought Scour to try and get us into land number 2. We're on the draw anyway, so we should be fine getting to that. Okay, there's a consider. That's a little better on getting us to land number 2. Go Island, Delver, and here you go, opponent. So we're not going to do anything on upkeep here, because consider, no matter whether I surveil to the graveyard or not, is not actually setting up the top of the deck. So we probably just want to do that main phase to find the island if we don't get it in the draw step. Which I'd kind of be fine with. Okay, they've got two boggles here. Question is, do I want to trade this Delver? Boggle might be... No. I think I let that go through. Hopefully this Delver flips. We'll see. Blind flipping. Island. No, don't want to reveal that. Okay, that's fine. Means we have counterspell and annul and everything else, so that's cool. I will offer the trade here. I'd be happy to trade for this, so let's go to combat. I will offer them a trade and see if they want to take it. They do not, as expected. Okay. Let's see what they do here. Probably gonna annul and consider. Might need to annul and thought scour, actually. It's not like there's anything in particular I'm looking for. I'm more just wanting to fill up for this. Yeah, we'll annul that. Yep. Clean cover, okay. It's fine. Basic land cycling. Okay, end step. Thought scour ourselves. Okay, brainstorm deep analysis. Got another one of these. That's great. Let's see what we get here. Okay. And island. No, don't want to reveal that. Okay, play the island. Now we've got 4, 6, 7. I mean, I could just... probably want to... What do I want to do here? Do I want to offer the trade? I don't think it's... It might be something that they actually take me up on, because then there's nothing that I can do against the 1/1 here. So maybe I'm on the blocks and I throw out a terror, or maybe I keep up counterspell. I mean, they're probably wanting to play some sort of thing right now, enchantment. So I probably do want to keep up counterspell. If that is what I'm doing, yeah, I probably want to keep up counterspell and consider, because then that reduces the cost of these both by 2. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I can play double terror next turn. Let's go to combat. And do I want to offer the trade? I'm going to say no, actually. I'm going to say no. I'm just going to pass through. Do nothing. See what they make of that. Me burning a minute or two and literally not doing anything. Another Glade cover scout. My God. They're just going so wide. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Is it fine? Maybe I just do this to use up my mana. We'll counter it. I don't want them going too wide. That sucks, but that's fine. That is what it is. They got me on that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I need to make sure I can block this once the Delver does flip, so I think I'm just taking all this. That's fine. Instead, we'll consider. See what that does. Mental Journey. I don't think that's good enough. We're gonna put that in the graveyard. Draw a null. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I like that. Okay. And Mental Journey. Yes, finally. We'll reveal that. And then let's pop in these terrors. And then just sit back. Do we want to sit back? Maybe I actually do attack. Maybe I'm crazy, but kind of just want to get this show on the road. And I have the annul anyway. They're empty-handed, so whatever they grab off the top is just getting countered. Counter for this turn, counter for next turn. It's done. I mean, yeah, whatever. You got a bottle. Congratulations. I mean, you might as well attack with the Ledgewalker, right? Yeah, nothing we can do here. Okay. Let's... Do I even care about that? Let's ponder, try and find a land. And we can keep up both of those. Well, that's interesting. Ponder, island on top. No, grab the island, play the island. Combat. Here we'll send in with both of these guys. See what they have to say about that. Yep, not unexpected. And now we have access to all these. This, we're gonna annul. Just grab a land. Don't really want those ponders. I'd really love another threat, would be great. Or another counterspell. Play land. Go to combat. Here I think we just swing all out, then they force a block. Let's deep analysis actually. No, I'm actually only at 6. Should be fine. Yeah, let's consider first, see what we get. Brainstorm. Put that in the graveyard. Okay. Attack. I think we go all out. Force them to have to make a block. Yep. Seems good. Counter it. Hit us for 2. We go to 4. Attack back and they have to block. So then they're all out of everything. We win. Got nothing for this turn. Just go to my turn. Okay. Combat. They have to block here. So they will. Okay. And then I will cast this Mental Journey. Draw an F6. And I think it's all over. GG's. Let's go to game 4. Okay, we are on the play for game 4. And what do we want to do against this? I think we mull. We just really don't have a lot of great plays with this hand. This hand, I mean, we can just Thought Scour, keep up some counter spells. This just has a lot more interaction. Yeah, I like this a little more. Let's keep this. Get rid of Spell Pierce, I think. We'll have the double Thought Scour, double done. Okay. Probably, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should have gotten rid of one of the counter spells so we could Spell Pierce on turn 1. Yeah, this would have been a great tempo play. But that's fine. Or card selection. We want the Thought Scours and everything anyway, so that we can try and find some threats, some serpents, and some delvers. Let's see here, Thought Scour. Okay, try into another Thought Scour. It's fine. Play Island, the F6 it. Okay, double counterspell, double thought scour. Let's see what we can do here. Might just thought scour, end a turn. Yep, it's looking like what we're gonna do. Scour, okay, thought scour again. There we go. That's some action. Let's go. Don't really want to just put out this Delver while missing a land drop. Let's ponder here, looking for a land. Then that'll probably set up. Ooh, this is rough. Any order, use its ability. Yes, we want to shuffle that. Well, that sucks. Well, we miss out on land anyway. Now we're kind of priced into playing Delver because we can't keep up the counter spells. And we'll F6 it. See what they can do. End of turn, they're just going to gain some life. Okay, that's fine. Well, we got counterspell for days. I'm probably going to brainstorm on upkeep to try and get this Delver to flip. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we definitely need the Delver to flip because the Kumbash Witches is just going to kill it if not. So, oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that. That's just happening. That sucks. So we're not gonna upkeep brainstorm anymore. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're gonna do main phase brainstorm, I guess, because do I want to do that? Do I want a deep analysis? I think I'm desperate enough that I might want a deep analysis. Because what am I keeping one mana up for, right? Like if I brainstorm into a land, play the land, then I have counterspell up. So yeah, let's hopefully not lock ourselves, which we did. Well, we have terror, which is great. So let's put back, get rid of one of the counter spells, and Demon Fear Brainstorm is good. You can put back a Deep Analysis. I don't think that's going to be helpful anytime soon. And then we'll play a terror. Okay, here you go, opponent. This is a very awkward spot we have ourselves in here. But I think we're doing okay here. Yeah. I mean, they can do whatever they want. I don't mind. Good on their end step. Let's go here. Okay. And deep analysis. Nice. I think I just want to go to combat first. Yeah, let's go to combat. Send in with the terror. See what they want to do. Nothing. Okay, let's see if we can find this land now. Ooh. This is crazy, actually. Maybe I just play terror into terror into terror and just don't give a shit. We'll see if this is good. I don't know. Yeah, I think we just Drop another terror. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah. Here you go, opponent. What are you gonna do against triple terrors? I mean, that's kind of what this deck does, right? Oubliette. Okay. Oh, you got me. Got an Oubliette phasing out. Okay, so you use your whole turn just to get rid of one. One for one that I can do the Demon Furior on, which is pretty good actually, because it's like this phases out, so it doesn't have. It's not like an O-ring style effect. It'll still it'll still technically be in play when I bounce with Demon Furior. Ooh, shoot, I did that a little too fast. But that's fine. We don't need to do the Demon Furior now, because I think I might just play a Deep Analysis to try and draw into a land for Tolarian Terror. Yes, and we got there. So just play another one, and here go, opponent. And then we can use the Demon Furior to instant speed, or not instant speed, sorcery speed, do stuff with the Oubliette. Oh, okay, that's good. Good for you. I got nothing I can say about that. It's a big swing. Okay. Island. Let's go. How about the graveyard? We don't have any more deep analysis, right? Because we just run two of those. Let's go brainstorm. Let's throw. Let's throw a counter spell and a mental journey back. Already played our land. We'll play Demon Furior on the Oubliette. See what they have to say about that. Nice. Okay. Pick up game one straight away. So what do they have? They had Oubliette, and they're trying to do this Kumbaj, which is scary, or Grey Merchant of Asphodel kind of thing. Sleep of the Dead doesn't seem great. Annul's alright. They had the other removal spell for their swamps that was instant speed, so I don't want to bring in a null just for Oubliette, especially if we have the Demon Furior. Like, I don't think we need to do much sideboarding here. I think the only thing might be Sleep of the Dead as a way of getting through, but I don't even think that we necessarily need that, because it's not like it's actually better for us if we like kill their creatures as opposed to tapping them and like force them to block so that they're not just still on the battlefield for Gary. So I think we just resubmit the game one deck until we see a little bit more of what they're working with. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, what are we working with here? This doesn't have very much. Tempted to keep just because, you know, lands and spells. We are on the draw, so we should try into more to do with this, and we can use the brainstorm to get rid of stuff, but just not playing anything early. You know what? Let's mulligan this. Let's see if we can find something a little more aggressive. This is similar, but I think better. Definitely gonna keep this. Well, do we want to keep the terror? I mean, we have consider, spell pierce, brainstorm. Like, we're getting to the terror fairly quickly. Probably want to keep. Between an island and a terror is what we put back here. I think. I was gonna say I think we put back an island. Maybe we put back a terror actually. Because like this isn't enough. That's 3 and 6 to the terror. No, that's just 1 terror. No, but the brainstorm we consider, we'll find another land. Yeah, let's put back a land. I might be wrong on this, but I just want to keep some kind of a threat, you know, because like we have a lot of cantrips and permission, but not super threat dense. Yep. Okay. Yep. And immediately punished. Play island pass. Dothy Slayer. Shadow. This creature attacks each combat if able. Interesting. Okay. Well, nothing we can do about that. That's in play. Yowza. Oh shit, I didn't. Fuck. I didn't consider. That's fine though. We'll keep up counterspell. Do we want to consider to try and find? No. Keep up counterspell. That was my bad. I clicked through too quickly. Okay. Coming in for 2. Come on in. And Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2, loses 2. Okay. Go right ahead, bud. I should have spell pierced that. I'm so off of it today. Okay. Let's consider now. Now that we've wasted all that. We'll bin that. That's just not doing anything for us right now. And then we'll brainstorm. Just to use our mana, we'll put back. What do we want to get rid of here? Because I'm gonna mental journey probably. So let's get rid of spell pierce. Let's get rid of a spell pierce and a brainstorm. So we'll draw the brainstorm. We will mental journey now. So that we can get a land, play land, and now we've got, what, 3 instants and sorceries in graveyard. So we'll pass. Hopefully get him with a spell pierce this turn that will actually not click through. We're gonna get there, it's fine. I'm losing a lot more clock than I need to right now, so this is all fine. Instead, what are we doing? Kumbaj witches. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. That's fine. Instead, we'll brainstorm again just so that we get more instants and sorceries in graveyard. I like the islands. Let's go. Ponder, counterspell, draw the counterspell. Island. How much does this cost? Costs 3. Woof. Cancel that. Let's do this now. So that way we can put these back. Then we'll ponder. Ooh. These are good cards. Do I want to do any order? I don't think so. The Delvers probably aren't getting there. So we'll put back. Actually, you know what? Let's go any order and use its ability. Yeah, I like that a little bit better just so that we can... Do I want to keep up counterspell? Yeah, I think we need to get this show on the road. Okay. There was a lot to consider there. I just don't want to... I'm already so down on clock here. I don't want to overthink it. Dractic Confession? What is this? Each opponent sacrifices a creature. No, we don't want to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to spell pierce that. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that just does it. GG's. On to Game 5. We are Game 5 on the pull. On the draw, actually. They kept 7. Do we want to keep this? On the draw... I think we can do better than this. Let's mulligan. Into absolute junk, but we have spell pierce and counterspell. We'll keep this kind of begrudgingly. I think we get rid of the deep analysis. This just isn't doing anything right now. We really want this to be milled instead of in our hand. Done. Okay. See what they want to do here. See here. Okay. Let's just pass back. Delver, okay. Nothing we can do against Delver, so that's gonna resolve. Looks like we're in the mirror here, and I think we might be a little underprepared for the mirror. I'm gonna brainstorm just to use my mana here. It's probably an awful brainstorm. Oh, yep, they're brainstorming over the top. That's fine. Probably screwed that up. Probably should have kept up Spell Pierce, but whatever. Okay. My brainstorm. We're gonna put back. We're gonna keep. We're gonna have to put back two. No, we can put back whatever and then Delver. So let's let them. I don't really want to show them counterspell. Let's do consider. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do mental journey and Delver. Okay. So that way we draw the Delver, the mental journey out top, and then we have both consider and spell pierce. Haven't shown them counterspell. I think that was the better play. Let's pass through. Not that we're going to consider anyway, actually, now that I think about it, because we want to keep that instant resource for you to flip the Delver. So they're going to flip here. Thought Scour. We'll spell pierce this just as a tempo. See if they want to pay for it. Yep, they pay for it. That's fine. Nice, good. Okay. Okay, their Delver's coming in. It's fine. Just want to reveal it. Mental journey, great. Plant land. Then crack in. And pass. Don't want to pass? Yeah, I'll pass here. Okay. Ponder. Want to let them ponder? Yeah, ponder's fine. Counterspell is for the serpents and shit at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to cast the serpent, which is nice. We will consider. Put that into our grave, see if we can find something better. We didn't. I will mental journey. Grab another island. Go to my turn. Island. Let's see here. 4. 6, 7. Oof. Don't have enough to cast the serpent with counterspell protection. So I think we're just gonna get in with the insert. Thought scour ourselves to see if we can find another delver. We don't. We find a serpent. That's fine. We're gonna play those next turn with counterspell. So I'm gonna pass here. They have the full one, yeah, with the Lorien reveals and the mental notes. That's fine. It's all fine. Nothing we can really do about that. They're gonna do this. This is where I'm gonna protect. So I'll counterspell. See what they want to do. They'll attack. Yep, that's fine. Drop to 11. Play island. Play both serpents. Combat, swing. And F6. Yep, they've got theirs. Oh shit. Okay, well they've got ultra wide of this. That sucks. I think I lose this now. Nothing I can do here. See what I draw. Ooh, Demon Inferior. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see here. So if I bounce Cryptic Serpent. So the terrors and my Cryptic Serpents are probably going to have to trade. So they'll just stare at each other. That's fine. So there's no way I'm surviving if I swing in with everybody. They have Cryptic Serpent, Insectile Aberration. I don't think my clock is fast enough if I do that. So I think I need to bounce something here. It's just, do I bounce their insect and then I swing? Well, then they hit and hit again. Like they're winning that race. I think I have to Demon Inferior the Serpent and pump the brakes, which really sucks. Like really sucks here. Yeah, I just don't see another way, so let's do that. Put it beneath their top card. They're probably just gonna redraw it anyway because they have so much. Goddamn. Yeah, let's pass. This sucks. I think I'm losing this game. See what they want to do with combat. Yep. Honestly, kind of have to trade everybody here. I don't think... Can I even... Yeah, I can't survive combat. Yep. Yeah, we're doing that. Trade the board. Now they've got... Yeah, all those cards in hand. They get to recast their terror. I'm kind of screwed. Okay, yep, Serpent's back down. And a Delver. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, so if I find a Serpent here, I can block this, but then I need multiple answers. Okay, consider be good to me. Brainstorm. I mean, Brainstorm looks at more cards, so we're probably keeping that on top. It's better than a rando draw. So let's see here. Brainstorm. Well, these aren't doing me any good. Right? Yeah. So we'll get rid of those. We'll ponder into a Delver. I think I need to find a Serpent. I don't think Delver's good enough here, so we're going to go any order, use its ability, and if I don't find it, I don't find it. Yep, see? There we go. So we found one. That gives us a little more time on the clock here, so that's good. Because I can trade this, and then hopefully their Delver does not flip. Of course it frickin' flips. Okay, yeah, we're going to sideboard. Let's see here. Begin the sideboard. Okay. What do we want here? Here we probably... The Tormod's Crypts are pretty sweet, actually. The Annul is not good at all. The Dispel is very good. Yeah, so let's... The Dispel in this spot is basically a strict upgrade over the Spell Pierces, so we'll grab 3 of those. Deep Analysis... Demon Fear we're definitely keeping. Sleep at the Dead is good. I think we get rid of the Deep Analysis. We grab more creature tempo stuff. And then I can consider some crypts for what? Do I even want the crypts? Like what am I taking out for the crypts? Consider. I'll take out 2. Do I want to do that? I'll take out 2 considers for 2 crypts. Might be wrong. We'll see how it goes. Okay. We would like to take the play, yep. And this is a great hand. We're going to keep it. Keep. My clock is way low right now, so we're going to have to play a little faster here. And hopefully we can beat this mirror match. So we got Delver turn 1, and we're passing through. And they have Delver turn 1. Look at them. Okay. Let's see what we do here. Island. No, we're not going to reveal that. We're going to play island and then we're going to go to combat. Do I want to offer the trade here? No, this is my only thing, so we're going to just leave it. Oh, theirs isn't flipping either. Another Delver. That's bad. That we're gonna counterspell. I do not want to play against the second Delver. Oof. Got blown out with the Dispel. Okay. You got it, bro. Got the Delver. Okay. And you coming in. That's fine. Nothing I can do. Okay, let's see what gets revealed. Islands. Brutal. No. Play the island. That's fine. I mean, I guess we get our land drop, so that's good. And we will offer the trade here, because I think they're probably going to flip. And they're never going to block this, right? Yeah, and do I want to bounce one now? Just, nah. No, I think I'm good. We'll pass, keep up counterspell, consider, all that jazz. Yeah, we'll bounce them once they flip. Yeah, they're not flipping. Good. Okay, cool. We're in a good spot here. Let the Delvers come in. Yep. Come on in. End step. End step we'll consider. That will draw, because that can force our Delver to flip. So we'll put that on top. And then we'll, ooh, should have done that, whatever. It's fine. We'll brainstorm. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dispel. Dispel. Okay. Reveal Dispel. Yes, we'll reveal it. Okay. Go to combat. Attack. Then we'll go cancel. Let's play our land. Yep. Play another Delver. And pass. See what happens with their stuff. Okay. Not flipping. Wow. Okay. Coming in, that's fine. I'm not blocking. Yes, I'll reveal that. Not flipping. I don't know what the hell. Oh, they only have 2 cards in hand. Maybe it's just like terrors and stuff. I don't know how their Delvers haven't flipped yet. Okay, Delva's finally flipping. See if they want to get in here, or they're pumping the brakes, or what. Okay. My turn. Demon Fury takes me off of Counterspell. Which I don't really want to do. But I have Dispel. Which might be good enough. 4, 5. I feel like we probably do something like this. They counterspell, that's fine. Then I will play a Tormod's Crypt. Put a stop in their draw step. And I think I just pass here. Yeah, I think I messed that up. I should have dispelled the counterspell. That was my mistake, but whatever. Ugh. The intricacies of these like tempo delvery games is just very interesting. Let's dispel this. Let's get rid of your graveyard. So you're not terroring anytime soon. Play another Tormod's Crypt and pass. Definitely had a couple misplays this game, but we'll see. I should take the stop out of their draw. We'll see what we want to do here. Just playing draw go. Well, that's fine with me. Ponder. There we go. There's an action spell. Let's go any order. I really need to find some. Yeah, there we go. There's a serpent that I can actually play. And then we'll go to combat. Let's send him in. Yep. That's fine. Let's counterspell that. Let's Tormod's Crypt, yeah. Delver's fine. And here we go. Combat. Bang. Okay, what you got? This one I think is good. We'll keep that second from the top. Yep, they block. Okay. Terror comes in. Okay. Let's go. Combat. Serpent. Second main. Drop another serpent. Okay. Gotta get him eventually. There we go. Okay. And we're going to sideboarding. I think that was good. I didn't love my Tormod's Crypts there. I think we keep it though. That's fine. For the 4-1, do we want the Considers? No, I like the Tormod's Crypts actually. Let's keep it. Submit. This, not super fast. We'll mull. That we have to mull. This we'll keep. We'll bottom one of the terrors and another one of the terrors. We're just going full Delver mode here. Yep. It's fine. Island Delver. Go bottom here, I think. Second from the top. That's fine. Get rid of the upkeep stop. Delver. Woof. Okay. Ponder. Probably gonna flip that Delver. Yeah, I think this game's basically over. Ugh. That was brutal. Okay, we're gonna do upkeep. Stop here. nothing I can do. Upkeep. We're gonna brainstorm. Put back. Mental note. Mental note. Okay. Mental note. Yes, we'll reveal that. Then we'll go to turn, main phase. Go to combat. Swing. Do I want to swing with Delver? Yeah. Screw it. We don't have enough time not to. And then we'll play another Delver. Okay. Yep, that flips. They hit me for 6. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Probably should have pumped the brakes sooner, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Yes, we reveal that. Okay. I'm gonna do this now. Find a land. Play the land. Cast a ponder. See if we can find something for once. Yeah, once this stuff goes away. So we're gonna go. Let's go. Island. Serpent. Dispel. No. Okay. Just gonna pass through our turn. F6. 6. Okay, Lorien revealed. Great. Play an island. My turn. Ooh. Let's go cancel that. Go basic land cycle. Play island. Cancel. Pass. Pass. That's fine. That's all fine. Only care about their creatures. That's the only thing I'm countering. Yep. Okay, now I'm screwed. Now I play this. Play this. Play this. Crack this. And pass the turn. And I'm probably going to lose the time here. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Let's go. Can we find something? Nope. Find a threat, find a threat, find a threat. Dispel, dispel, you dispel. Yeah, this all looks good. Let's go. Bang. Bang on top, something like that. Theme inferior. Layer terror. Hopefully this gets it done. Tight, 41 seconds. I don't think so. Deep analysis, yeah. And then they're gonna find it to recast it. Yeah. Oh, but I can just maybe attack through. We'll see. Attack with all. Yep. Yep. Dig. That I will dispel. Any digging is not allowed. Can we get there? 23 seconds on the clock? Oh, shoot. Okay. Second from the top. That's fine. I do have a Delver coming. So maybe we can... Ooh. Main. Bang. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm losing now. Yeah. Lost the time. That's, part of learning the client. Definitely did some things that I shouldn't have there. But whatever. We tried our best. We're learning how to click through, and hopefully we'll learn how to do things a little faster for next time. Ended with a 3-2 record. Pretty happy with the deck overall. It's definitely for something free. We can hop back over to take a look at the list. Yeah, for a free deck, I think this is definitely something that we are, um, pretty happy to be looking at here. Definitely playable. There are a couple things that obviously, it would be better to have the discount on the Lorien Reveal versus the Mental Journey and some things, but this is a totally playable deck, a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend giving it a go. I think it's great for somebody new to MTGO like myself, just wants to get in, do something fun and budget, and is fairly competitive. So, uh, yeah, hope you enjoyed the games, and we'll see you next time.